Welcome, Player 1. Please insert coin to play.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion. I have a rather nice one for you today. It's called Roguecraft, and it's on the Amiga, and it was released like yesterday. So it's fairly new. Yes. Based on Rogue 64, actually, but beefed out for the good old Amiga. And you can see here how bloody lovely it looks. So let's have a play and go through all the usual criteria. So graphically, I mean, oh my god, it's lovely. Now this runs on a stock A500. Well, so I say stock A500. It runs on an Amiga with 1 meg of RAM. So if you wanted to play it on the original hardware, you can, but you need to have that 1 meg upgrade to be able to play it. Also works on the A500 Mini and emulation. So there you go. So lots of different choices for you regarding the way you can play the game, which is great. So immediately Hero Quest springs to mind. It's kind of the way that Hero Quest worked. It is sort of turn-based as well, which is why the walking animations are a bit janky. It's because you're supposed to have step at a time sort of thing. Monsters won't move until you do, kind of thing. You'll see as we go through anyway. But holy cow, this has been on my waiting list for a long time, so I'm proud to say that this is one that I snapped up immediately. So you'll see here now that the creatures don't move until I do. So let's have a look at the UI and all that jazz as well. So you can see in the top left hand corner you've got your health bar. That is 5 hearts there, and underneath that you've got your strength, which I imagine is how hard you hit things. So I'm guessing both of those will be able to be upgraded as you go. In the top right hand corner you've got your map, so you can see which screens you've gone through in this big maze of rooms. In the middle is your gold count, which basically is your score, and then you've got what level you were on underneath that. Bottom left you've got your inventory, which you can only carry 5 items, but you hold down the fire button. We'll go through that in a minute. We'll go through controls separately. But there you go. And on the right hand side says effect and time, which I haven't actually found anything that's using that yet. So we'll see as we go, I guess. But here we go. So it's basically, I think you just keep going for as long as you can. I don't think there's any sort of set goal really. It's just finding a key, getting to the exit and all that jazz. So look at the monster design's really nice. Thing with the tentacles. There's a blue gem there. That's upgraded our strength, which is really nice. Now the other thing you'll like about this game is that it is randomly generated. So when you do a level, it's never the same level twice. Yes, so it will generate levels. So don't get too comfortable, because it's you're not going to be playing the same map twice. So don't get cocky. Also, difficulty is kind of represented by the class that you decide to play. Now, this is Warrior, which is probably the easiest class because you've got a lot of health and you can hit fairly hard as well. So it's a good one to start with. The Rogue, I think, is the next one down, and then Wizard being the weakest class with only 2 health bars. 2 hearts. That's it. I'm not talking the Time Lord variety here. I'm talking literally 2 health bars and that's it. So getting off level 1 might even be an issue. Lots of chickens to slay, by the way. So it's a really, really nicely done game, and I'm very, very pleased with this. It's actually on sale at the moment. They're doing like a celebratory sale, so you can get this at, I think it's $6.99. I think it works out at. Once you've got all the taxes and stuff in UK money, it's about £9, which, do you know what? That's not bad at all, considering that there's a lot of games that are coming on the market these days and they're charging stupid prices for them. Neo Geo games, I'm looking squarely in your direction. So it's really nice to have a game that's in the affordable region as well. So a digital download costing you under a tenner is absolutely fantastic. And Do you know what? For a game of this caliber, it's absolutely worth every penny as well. So if you have had your eye on Roguecraft and you're not too sure, there is a demo. So go and get that. Have a play on that first. But I do highly recommend, if you're into the sort of the adventure game genre, or the sort of the role-playing aspects of things, it's definitely worth your time. I think it's a great game so far, and probably one of the best purchases I've made in a long time. So there you go. If my recommendation is enough to make you go out and get it, then that's great. But like I said, there is a demo, so don't go, Rich, you told me it's great and now it's rubbish. No, it might just be that it's not your cup of tea. But demo first, purchase after. There you go. So controls are fairly simple, left, right, up, down, which will navigate you around the screen. And then if you hold down the fire button, you can access your inventory. So you just hold down the fire button and select left and right, and it will select what potion you've got or whichever item you have that you need to use. Now the dungeons do get more difficult as you go, so just be aware of that. But it's really nice. The controls are really nice. To kill something, you basically just walk into it and you'll automatically attack it. They are obviously having a chance to attack back as well, so keep an eye on those health bars. Now there are a few hearts dotted around and some potions dotted around. The potions have random effects attached to them, so you can turn your enemies into chickens, or you've got other things that do as well. I normally collect the things anyway, especially if I know that I'm close to finishing the level, because that's how it works on pretty much any game. I love the fact all levels have got a different name to them. So this is level 2, and it's the Nook of Nasty Surprises. So always look for the titles will give you kind of hints on what the level's about. So I think that's kind of cool as well. I love the fact that you can see where you're going on the map as well, so you can see if you've been in a room or not. The final room will always be marked with a blue dot in the middle, so you'll be able to see where that is. So when you found the key, you can either investigate the rest of your dungeon, or you can head straight to that room and go into the next level. So I'd be really interested to see actually how far people can get on this game, because it starts off fairly easy. I don't know how hard it's going to get, but there we go. We've just got a heart upgrade there, so we've got more hearts, which is great actually. That's really nice. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 6 now. Brilliant. So we've gone up a heart. So you can't carry more than the inventory that you've got. So to get a key, we're going to have to drop something or consume a potion, I think. But we'll worry about that when we find the key. But the enemy design's nice. The other thing I really like about this is the sound, and the music is brilliant. It just takes me back nostalgia time, straight to the Amiga. It's just really nice. Lovely soundtrack going through it. It doesn't seem to change that I've noticed, but that's not a bad thing. It's actually quite a spooky sort of chilled out soundtrack as you go. It doesn't get in the way of your gameplay. It's not irritating. You've also got sound effects as well, which is even better. So all in all, it's a really nice bundle of a game. And especially if you've been waiting for this game and you've been sort of on the fence about getting it, just get it. It's fantastic. It's just such a lot of fun. It's only one player, which obviously, you know, that's not a bad thing either. I don't think this would work with multiplayer unless you had split screen. But again, it's kind of, would it work? I don't know. Oh dear. You've got to watch out for traps as well. We've got traps on this stage. See where the yellow arrows are. Those are actually showing you where traps are. See, mind the spikes. I'm down to 3 hit points, which isn't great actually. So we'll go and find something to buff up our health. Chickens are obviously no threat. The enemies, the big tentacly things, can hurt a bit sometimes. Let's take some of these. I don't know what they do actually. Some of them have. Time is frozen. Okay, cool. So there you go. The thick health potion there has healed all of my hit points up, which is great. Playability for this game is absolutely on the money. They've done a cracking job on this, and I would say that there would be room for expansions if they wanted to. I think, you know, this or even Roguecraft 2. But like I said, I don't know how many levels there are. So until you actually finish the game completely, then I wouldn't even worry about sequels or expansions and things like that. But it's really good game. I'm incredibly pleased that I've got this one. So yeah, playability absolutely on the money. Replay value, well, of course, it's a challenging game. starts off easy. Don't be drawn in by its simplicity, because it does, as you can see, I've had to use health potions a couple of times now to regain my health back. So don't be drawn into the into this false sense of security, because it won't last very long. But if you think this is too easy, then try one of the other classes with less health and less strength and see how you get on with that. Like I said, there's a challenge here for everybody, so why not? Younger players will be obviously quite pleased with the graphic presentation. I would say that you could try this at any age, but I'd say younger ones definitely stick with the warrior, because it's the easiest class to play, especially for a new person coming into this game. That's why I have chosen the warrior for my playthrough here. So I still haven't found the key, so it's obviously up in that top left-hand quadrant, isn't it? We'll make our way over there and we'll go and grab it. But absolutely brilliant. Thalamus here bringing the game to the masses. And Badger Punch for developing the game. Absolutely well done, chaps and chapesses. You've done an absolutely amazing job with this game. Very, very happy to be bringing this to the channel today. Been waiting for this for a long time. So now it's finally here. I thought I'd showcase it for you. So if this could get any higher than a 10 out of 10, I would obviously give it higher than a 10 out of 10. But as that's all I can give it, highest score possible, then that is what it's going to get, because it goes up there on my Golden Joystick Awards. So there you go. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. If you've got this game already and you've played it, let me know in the comments below what you think. I will link the developer's website in the description, so you can go and have a look at it yourself and get a grip of it yourself, and then, you know, take the plunge, spend a bit of money, support the developers. There was someone on a forum moaning about it being £7, and I was just like, why? Because that's quite cheap, actually, for a full game. And obviously it's, you know, gives the developers a little bit of money to be able to start work on a new game for us to have a play. And I'm all for that. So dig your hands in your pockets, ladies and gents. Grab it. Oh, look at that. We've got a mimic. Oh, a mimic chest. Awesome. So also taking in the Dungeons and Dragons theme here as well, which is great. So yeah, even more to entice you in to play. If you're a D&D fan, there's things for you here as well. So on that note, ladies and gents, I'm going to leave this to play for a few more minutes. I will be back very soon with hopefully something absolutely brand spanking new to look at. I hope you've enjoyed this review. I've really enjoyed bringing it to you. And, well, I'll see you on the next one. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, you keep it retro. And as always, it is bye for now. Bye-bye.